What is up, you guys, and welcome on back to another Rock On Game episode, and today is going to be a very wild episode. So, before we get started, smash that like button if you do enjoy these types of videos. Comment down below what your favorite item is out of this haul. We got a little bit of everything, quite literally, for today. And subscribe if you haven't already. I do stream over on Twitch, which I am going to be doing some streams here very soon, possibly this morning. I don't know what we're going to play yet, but I'm really excited to stream. But I also obviously do videos here on YouTube. Sorry that I'm blanking. But I also do videos here on YouTube as well. So if you do enjoy, consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you do not miss a single video. And let's just go ahead and jump on into this. Because like I said, this is going to be a very wild haul video for today, and it's something very different from what I'm used to. I'm used to showing off games, I'm used to showing off movies. Well, yesterday, I should say, one of my local areas was doing I think they call it Main Street Days, and me and my wife have never been to anything like this. We have never been to a festival, we've never really gotten out and done anything like this ever, and so yesterday was our very first time doing a festival, and I've got to say, it was a blast. Everybody was super nice, everybody was super friendly. We got to meet our awesome friend, the Raven. His wife does sourdough, which we are going to be trying in today's video. His wife does sourdough making, and she owns her own company, so we're going to be trying her sourdough and giving you guys my opinion on it, because I've never had sourdough, so I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna check that out. And then once again, I've got so much different things. There was like so many different vendors. There was food, there was like the local game store had a booth set outside, right outside of their store, so you know, you go to the booth, and then if you didn't find anything, you could go in the store, which I thought was pretty cool. We got some stuff from there. But also yesterday I did go to one of my other local areas. They were hosting a toy and hobby show. Now, unfortunately, the toy and hobby show was not that great. Surprisingly enough, I did not find anything that I really enjoyed or really wanted, except for the three things that I'm going to be showing you guys. So most of this stuff did come from the Main Street Days festival, and like 3 of these things came from the toy and hobby show. So let's not waste any time. I don't know where to start. Let's see here. I guess I'll start with Hot Topic, actually. We did go to Hot Topic. I picked up this really sick hoodie that I got a lot of compliments on. It is the A Work of Art Ice 9 Kills hoodie. That is the front. That is the back. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but that was the back, obviously. And then on the sleeves, says A Work of Art on both sides. Well, no, this one says Terrifier 3 on this one. So, I picked that up, and then we picked ourselves up. Okay. There's going to be some items in here, at least 2 of these items are going to be a little bit adult-centered. But we got ourselves a little, I don't know what you call these. I think some people call them tumblers, but they're in the shot glass section of Hot Topic. Look how sick this thing is. Like, holy moly. It's got a little handle. And, yeah. A little art. I'm shaking, I don't know why, so I'm sorry if I'm a little unsteady during today's haul video. But I got that. We got a bath mat for Terrifier. Throw that in the floor. And then we also picked up the shower curtain to go with it, so I have the matching set. Now, what sucks about this is, the bath mat on here is almost identical to the one that I just showed you guys, but this one has art on it. The one that I got did not, so I don't know if maybe that's just the picture they used, they threw art on there or not, but it is what it is. So that's pretty cool. So that's all of Hot Topic stuff. I guess I could do the Toy and Hobby Show first. So the first thing I'm gonna show from the Toy and Hobby Show is a popcorn bucket. Yes, I got a popcorn bucket from the Toy and Hobby Show. I know what you did last summer. Now, I really wanted this when it first came out. I did watch the movie. I bought the Steelbook version of it. I watched the movie, and I didn't think it was terrible, all things considering. I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than Scream 7, which is kind of crazy considering that I actually love Scream. Ghostface is my favorite serial killer, and or my favorite slasher, and it's kind of sad that I Know What You Did Last Summer was just slightly better than Scream 7, so you can fight me in the comments, I don't care. But no, this is the popcorn bucket that came out with it, and this thing is actually really cool. It's like a tackle box. I think I said that right, tackle box. Am I saying that right? That doesn't sound right. Anywho, I've never been fishing. Well, I used to as a kid, but not like on a daily. So, and then you open it up. Then I only paid $10 for this thing, which is actually not bad at all. Yeah, it's tackle box. You know what? I don't know, man. My brain is on autopilot today, so it's gonna be a little bit wild. And then the next two things that we picked up, there's a little bit of a story behind this. Unfortunately, these are open, and I do not know if they are complete or not. But I do know for a fact that one of them, if I am missing any of the pieces, I could definitely find them, because I did own one of these sets prior to buying this. And the first one is the Call of Duty Mob of the Dead Mega Bloks Collector Series. I owned this as a kid. This is one of my first Call of Duty Zombie Lego sets, and I really enjoyed it. But being a kid, I ended up taking it apart and building something else with it, because I was big on Legos for a while, and so taking it apart and, being, slowly getting back into Call of Duty Zombies is kind of sparked a desire to rebuild this set as an adult. So I'm gonna try to see if all the pieces are in here, and if there is anything missing, I'm gonna try to find the extra pieces, because I own this set, but it's taken apart. So I'm going to see what's missing, try to put it back together, and I'll showcase it in a later video or maybe even a stream. But really love this set. It is a really cool set. It's a really cool display piece. They had this, and then they had a... dude, I hate when I do that. The Warden. They had a Warden set that went with this, and it was a little bit smaller. I really wish they'd bring these Call of Duty sets back, honestly. But that's the front, that's the back. Now, the other one that I owned was the barn. Really liked the barn. So, there's that. And then the next one is one that I didn't own. I hope that this is complete. If not, I don't know where to find the extra pieces. But Nuketown, one of my... It's overrated, but it's one of my favorite maps from Call of Duty. I have a lot of memories from Nuketown, so... definitely excited to own those. Once again, they are open. They're not in the greatest condition. Basically, I saw them. I asked the guy, I was like, what? Because they didn't have stickers on them. And I was like, what's the best you could do? And he was like, honestly, I don't even know if they're complete. So I was like, okay. And he was like, well, check and you throw me an offer. And so I checked and I just straight up looked down. I was like, yeah, I don't think they're complete. And I really don't. This one doesn't have the manual, so I would probably have to go online and pull up a like a digital manual to put this one together. So I don't think they're complete. And yeah, he straight up was like, since they're not complete, $20, and I'll let you have both of them. And I was like, yeah, they may not be complete, but they do have the minifigures for sure. And yeah, so I gave him $20, and he let me have both of them. So they're cool to have. I mean, a lot of people are gonna get in the comments and be like, "Dude, why'd you pay $20 for Lego sets that might not be complete, and the boxes look banged up like they are, and they look horrible." But it's just, for me, it's like a nostalgia thing. I looked at $20 and was like, "That's nothing," basically, to have these boxes and to have them back in my collection and have a sliver of a chance to be able to put them together and to own them again. So really, really fun to have those. Really glad to have those. So that is that. And then we went to the festival, and this is where things went crazy. So, oh well, also my wife got these at the toy and hobby show, and I forgot to show these off. These are my wife's, but I wanted to showcase literally everything. So I think she got a little bit more than I did, honestly. So she got her little cat. It's got some gemstones in there and some ores. She paid $30 for this one, and then she got this little one, which is very detailed, by the way. Like I said, you can't. I'm like shaking a lot, but very, very detailed, and it's so adorable. It's like black and white, and I can't remember how much she paid for this one. And then I basically just told the guy, I was like, keep the change, and he was like, well, get something for free. So my wife picked up this little cat, and it looks like it's got just a bunch of glitter in it. So that's her stuff. And then we went to the festival, and that's when we went crazy. So the first thing that I will show is this little plant. The downtown area has a terrarium place, and so we were able to make this little terrarium for this little plant, and it was only like $15. So once again, I straight up told the girl, I was like, just keep the change. So it was only 15. I gave her 20. It's cute. I like it. I've always wanted a terrarium plant, so, and my wife has too. So it worked out in the end. Let's see here. Then we got some free stickers. I really like this. I think this was a booth or a tent that was for the animal shelter or the vet. And so they have little animal memes. And it says, "My friend claims he's a great driver. His dog thinks otherwise." Which remind me of me and my wife. This cat one that reminds me of my wife. And then I love huskies, and I thought this was the cutest thing ever. I see you have food. I also like food. so we got us some stickers. I picked up some games, obviously, from the local game store. And we got Metal Gear Solid Master Collection 1. Now, there is Volume 2 coming out, so I had been on the hunt for this one for a while. And whenever I saw this in the store for $35, I was like, I want to go ahead and pick it up. So I did. We got Darksiders 3. I do own Darksiders 1 and 2. I needed 3, found 3, so went ahead and got it, $10. And then, okay, I know. Bash me in the comments. So I own the PS3 version and the Xbox One version of Resident Evil 6, but I wanted to upgrade to the PS4 so that I would get the extra maps and the extra DLC. Also, I'm wanting to go back, after playing Requiem, I'm really wanting to go back and play from the very beginning, so starting with Resident Evil 0, and doing like a chronological order playthrough of them. So technically, since 6 is on there, I wanted an upgraded version so that I could grind the series and not have to jump back and forth between PS3, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 and 5. So basically, I own all of them from 0 all the way up to 9 on PS4 or 5 so that I can do the crossplay type deal. And that way I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to jump around as much. The only ones that I'll have to do that with is like Code Veronica, the Outbreak, and then I think there's a couple of other ones that are exclusive to either like Wii, PlayStation 2, or one of those other consoles. So that's the games we got. Next up, I'm gonna show this. I don't know what the guidelines are for YouTube, so yeah. But this was the other adult thing that I was talking about. I've been wanting just a knife to have, and this one looked really pretty. $25. The handle feels really nice, and just the sheath itself looks really nice. So growing up, I was big on collecting knives. Sort of a trigger warning for well, you're not gonna see it obviously, but trigger warning for knives. And then I'll do that when I'm done if you want to mute it. But trigger warning for knives. Growing up, I accidentally grabbed a knife. It was on my own accord. It was not that anybody else did. It was on my own accord, just out of curiosity. I grabbed a knife and I had sliced all 4 of my fingers. I sliced them all the way right here, all the way across. And it fucked me up pretty bad, I won't lie. And so you would think with that in mind that I would hate knives, but growing up, I loved collecting knives. Everybody was always into guns. They was always into like all these other different things. My biggest collecting thing was knives. And so whenever I see a knife that I think's really cool looking, that and I don't even use them. I don't take any out with me to like open like packages and stuff. I don't take them out and I don't. What do you use knives for? Like I don't use them. I literally just collect them and then I store them in a box or something. And I'm like, I have a knife collection. I won't lie. And so once again, there you go. But anywho, I really like collecting knives, and I saw this one. I thought it was really pretty, so I went ahead and picked it up. And the sheath itself is really gorgeous. It's got like I think it's a lion, I believe. Question mark. You can't really see it, but well, dang. But yeah, it's a lion button, and that's what the knife looks like. It's got a sick design on it, but really cool looking. Glad I could pick that up. Homemade, I believe, because they this was a tent that had like a whole bunch of like gemstones and stuff, and some other cool knickknacks. So I think the guy that made this is like a woodworker, because he had some like wood pictures and stuff. So pretty cool to have that. And then we got some art prints. Obviously, me and my wife, we're big on art prints. You could probably look in the background and see at least 4 of our art prints, and we got like a whole tote and a whole box full of just pictures and art prints and stuff. But these are really cool, and we really love this series. So that's one of the reasons we got this, is because we love, well, not the series, the movie. We love the movie so much that I saw these and I was like, I have to have them. And that's Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. To be lost and to be found. That is the lifespan of love. So there's that one. This one was one of my favorites. I saw this and instantly fell in love with it. Really gorgeous print. And then we've got another Frankenstein one. And then a Coraline one. Just big on Coraline as well. Also, a little fun fact about that one, I have a adopted mother. I was never given up for adoption. I'm just gonna go ahead and make that very clear. I was never given up for adoption. But one of my ex-coworkers is considered our adopted mother, or our godmother, and so she's big on Coraline. Like that's her thing. Like my Terrifier and the Crow, she's big on Coraline, and so we like to call her Other Mother. So it's pretty cool. But and then my wife got this Hunger Games print as well. And I'm so sorry that I'm all over the place today, guys. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just like, ugh. I feel off, and I don't know what it is, but I feel off. But some pretty cool art prints. Now, I will be showcasing some of these stores. That way, if you do see anything that you like, you can obviously give these people some of your money. But no, seriously, a lot of the vendors and a lot of the people that were there were very respectful. They were very nice, very patient. I mean, they were phenomenal. So, huge shout out to all of the vendors at the Main Street Days yesterday. So, but then the next thing before we get to the sourdough, my wife and I are also big candle lovers. And so my wife picked out 3 candles. Let me make sure. Okay, because that's another thing that I'm doing too. I'm making sure that the address is not on here just for safety reasons. But like the emails and all that's fine, because how are you supposed to reach out about stuff if you don't have links? So, but no, we're big candle lovers, and so my wife picked out 3 candles. I think it was 3 for $25, which is not bad at all for a candle. We got black raspberry and vanilla. I don't think I smelt this one, believe it or not. I did not. That one smells phenomenal. Holy cow. Sundance Candle Company. Huh. So I let my wife pick out her candles, because she was like, do you want one? Do you want one? And I was like, nah. I was like, you can pick them out. So I was trying to let her pick out a few things. She actually got 2 of them. And I think the woman said that, she said something about the wick, that if we got like one that had like 2 or 3 different smells, that it would, I think she said it would smell like a certain thing until you got to a certain level. And then she said after you get to a certain level, then it starts to smell like the other smells, I believe, is what she said. So that's pretty crazy, but very cool indeed. And then the last one she picked up, limoncello cream, I guess is how you pronounce that. Let me know down below if you know how to pronounce that pronunciation. Kind of a big fan of that one, but not entirely. It smells decent. But I think I like the black raspberry vanilla a little bit better. So, and that brings us to this. So our buddy Raven, his wife does sourdough, and I have never ate sourdough. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that out there. I've never had sourdough. So I love how I'm like picking this up and looking at it like, how do I eat it? Just eat it, Rock on Gamer. Come on now. But we picked up some cookies. Big confetti, big sugar cookie guy. So obviously I had to pick up the confetti sugar cookies. She gives you the date that you can eat them, the ingredients. So all that info's on there. I did mark out locations so that way there ain't no creeps out there being creepy. And then we also picked up some confetti scone. And Raven, if you watch this, let me know, like, is it kind of just like a cake type deal, or like, I mean, I guess we'll find out when we eat it. But let's see here. I'm probably like crinkling that in the camera. So I'm just gonna take just a bite, or just like a little pinch of it, just in case. Not saying that Miss Raven's cooking is bad. I'm just nervous about it. Okay. Yeah, it tastes phenomenal, actually. My wife said that she's not big on sourdough. Apparently she's tried it in the past and she's like, no, sourdough is horrible and sourdough sucks. And no, that's good. That's great, actually. Okay. Well, those won't last long. And I did talk to Raven. Apparently he said that that they actually sold out. So I am so glad that we went early in the day. And then we're gonna get a piece of the scone. That's really good. I was a little nervous because I thought there was gonna be like coconut or something. I hate coconut. Oh, it literally says cake batter on here. Baking powder. God, I am shaking. Holy cow. No, that's great, dude. Holy cow. That's actually really good. So yeah, definitely let Miss Raven know that that's really good. Wow. First time trying sourdough and I'm in love. I might have to pick up some of the other ones. But that's it, guys. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button. Comment down below what was your favorite item out of all of this stuff. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to be streaming here pretty soon. And I'll be uploading it to YouTube after we get done streaming, because I stream on Twitch. So if you have a Twitch, go check us out. Also, huge shout out to Raven. Go check out his Twitch channel. Check out his YouTube channel. He is grinding Resident Evil 9 Requiem right now. And it's about to get good. I can tell you that right now, because I have grinded the whole the whole game, and the part that he's at, it's about to get good. So so go check him out. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And before we go, let me go ahead and give a huge shout out to some of these companies. That way you guys can share them some love as well. Definitely try to buy some stuff from these people. They're phenomenal and their work is phenomenal. So there you go. And I would eventually like to try to vlog. I'm not going to make any promises, but I would love to vlog eventually. That one you can't really see. So, but there's the back. Now, this one is the art print, I believe. So, Astronomic Creations. And then there's the info if you wanted to get a custom order. And then this one I actually didn't get anything from, but I still want to give them some credit because we did stop by their booth and look. It's basically just like miniatures, some like D&D miniatures, so definitely check them out. And then obviously, let me make sure, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I just want to make sure that there is no like personal info on here, but definitely check out Miss Raven's sourdough company, because I'm serious, that sourdough is really good. So go check her out. And so yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, rock on.